Auburn's athletic director John Cohen recently revealed to Brian Matthews of Auburn Sports his plans for updating the facilities at Auburn. And it looks like the next facility to be upgraded is the baseball field. The Board of Trustees just approved a $30 million project at Plainsman Park to add some premium seating, club space, and it says additional seating on the right field terrace and atop the Green Monster. And that was approved on February 3rd. And beyond that, he mentioned some other facilities they're looking to upgrade. Some of them are some smaller things like locker rooms. They mentioned softball, soccer, that kind of thing. But there's two other projects that I actually wanted to discuss in a little more detail. The biggest project that I think needs to happen the soonest, outside of the baseball project, is a basketball-only facility. We've got Neville Arena, and that's great. But the problem we have right now is there's not a dedicated space for basketball. This is something that Bruce Pearl has expressed multiple times, that we need a basketball-only facility. We need a place where the guys can practice, anytime they need to. And I think at this point, while this season is not perfect, we've seen that Bruce Pearl has truly turned this program around. And because of that, and because of what he's done with Auburn basketball overall, I think he's earned it, and our players have earned it, and we just need it going forward. We're in a different era of sports, a different era of college sports with NIL, and this is something that some colleges can already offer. They have these basketball-only facilities where if the players want to go practice anytime they need to, they've got that opportunity. Right now, basketball has to share their space with two other sports. They've got gymnastics and I believe volleyball, maybe the other sport. But it gets hard because you're having to schedule that time, and they just don't have that dedicated space. So I definitely agree with Bruce Pearl. And if we're going to be a true basketball school, not basketball only, but if we're going to be a basketball school, we have to offer comparable facilities to that of other basketball schools. So this is a project that needs to be high on the list. The other project he mentioned has to do with expanding Jordan-Hare Stadium or adding some premium seating. Specifically, he mentions I believe it's the north end zone. In the north end zone of Jordan-Hare, there's nothing really there. There's you could really add on to the stadium at this point. And he mentions that one problem that they're having is that they don't have a lot of premium seating. So if I look at his exact quote from the article that Brian Matthews wrote, said we're trying to make some long-term decisions on what's in the best interest for our fans. What I do know is there's an incredible demand for premium seating at Auburn University. I mean, it's incredible. So I feel like it has to be addressed. We have to address this incredible demand for premium seating. So that has to do with the improving the north end zone at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And right now, that's really, at least based on this article, that's only in the discussion phase right now. There's no hard plans at the moment. But I agree. If you look at a lot of stadiums in the SEC even, a lot of stadiums, they've been making these massive upgrades. Look to the Northwest at Tuscaloosa. Look at the upgrades they've made. I think it's time that Auburn follows suit. We've got to make some upgrades to our stadium. The Jumbotron was fantastic, but it's time to do more. And if our fans are wanting to pay more for premium seating, put it in. Put that seating in. If the fans are going to pay for it, then I see no reason we can't add that. And so I think all these projects he mentioned are great. The improvements at the baseball stadium, those are needed. Basketball needs to be next, but football should not be too far behind. That's just a short facility update. I saw that article on Auburn Sports from Brian Matthews. Thought it was interesting and definitely something we want to keep an eye on. especially when they get closer to having some finalized plans for the north end zone of Jordan-Hare. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.